Hello, good evening, welcome back to Tell Me Dragon Ball Queen. You might be saying, what's this? What's this? Indeed, what is this? Well, we're back with Planet Coaster 2 and I've done a little bit of work since we were last here. Just a little bit, just a smidgen. So, yeah. Just going to share the link on socials, which is something I used to do a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Jump into Discord. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all good. There we go. I don't know why I'm advertising it on Discord, because the Discord I'm in, nobody actually visits, so once in a while you get someone. So I had a change. It's not a view to a thread anymore. It is Outlaw Canyon. And if you're wondering what that looks like, I will show you what that looks like. We'll do a... So I themed it all and everything since last week, and we'll have a quick ride. There's no onboard audio, but hopefully you'll get the idea of what it's all like. So away we go. Away we go. I had to say that twice because it just took forever and a day. But yeah, I've been theming this and I built an arcade, my first ever arcade, so you guys will get to see that, which I'm kind of proud of. And voila, there we go, Outlaw Canyon. We'll just do a quick cinematic view, I guess. Sorry, I was trying to monitor myself and I couldn't actually hear myself, and I was like, okay. I caught the mic, which I apologise. Oh look, you can see the building that I built. That's the arcade. New Orleans based style architecture. Kind of that with Western. I've also built a staff room, but the staff room isn't connected to anything at the moment. Thunders around there, doesn't it? So yeah, I wanted to keep it fairly natural and stuff. But even with just those tiny amount of objects, I'm hitting 10% already on the meter. And the catwalk is all custom completely there. There we go. Outlaw Canyon. Voila. So I was thinking about adding theming. I've got a real problem. So this is yeah, I've called it Morgan Square for now, just for now. But this is the arcade, which is, as I say, New Orleans style architecture. A nice balcony. And then the arcade looking very, well, arcadey. So I can't wait till guests get in here and get a chance to use this. It will be awesome. Your prize counter as well. Whoa. Camera's doing something weird and wonderful. Apologies. Yeah, prize counter. There's newfangled space toys in the arcade, but yeah. Tried to make it look as, yeah, as, you know, as Western as possible, I guess. Yeah, it would be nice to get guests in. So what I'm thinking of doing is just adding some theming in here around this. This is like, I know what I'm going to put here. I'm going to have to wait for an update, like popcorn, that sort of thing. That's coming in the next update, which is coming very soon. I think this week. And then round here, we have a staff room. So this is the staff room. Just up and in there. It's a fully functioning staff room. Also like, where is it? I like this view over here. So I'm probably going to create some kind of viewpoint looking out over the coaster. Because you get to see a lot of the interaction with it there. See a lot of the metro coaster. Here it comes. Rocketing around. So you get to see most of it on its circuit from here. So it's a nice little viewpoint. So I think tonight, just build a little bit of theming to go with what will be a popcorn stand and that sort of thing over here. Any questions, happy to answer them. This, yeah, by the way, if you're wondering, is a fully working fire exit. If anyone's curious, oop, fire exit. Because, you know, you need a fire exit. And there's also, obviously, ways out at the front. It's not too big a building. Won't need that much access. But enough. So this is what I was doing last night. I would have streamed last night. I've just been kind of just trying to get into it all. Excuse me. Oh, I've been up since 6:30 this morning. I've been at work all day, so I'm probably not going to stream too long tonight, but I'll be here for the duration I'm conscious. If that's any consolation. I probably need smaller rocks. That's I think that was the same rock I just used a minute ago. Yeah, we want this one. Oh. Yeah, that'll do. In case you didn't know what I was doing there, I was deleting and adding stuff, basically to get the rough rock that I needed, or I wanted. So yeah, I'm really liking the new pieces. The parade pack stuff is all this nice sort of blues and stuff and lighting and that. I've got no idea what I'm going to call it yet, but we'll get there with it. I also got this at the back here. Yeah, a little shout out to Wyatt and Matty. Let them know it's still valued, and the lighting is really nice. Isn't it? Arcades look really good in, so well. Oh, okay. Asteroids, Pong, Centipede. I just sat and watched these for a little while to see if they do a full rotation. I think Asteroids does a proper. That's like the proper start screen. I haven't seen him. Obviously, I haven't seen anyone play on it yet, but classic games. Asteroids was a brilliant game, by the way. Still is a brilliant game. But yeah, the lighting on it is really nice, and it's all lower lighting, so you know your eyes are drawn at night. Your eyes are drawn towards the arcade, which is what I wanted. Anyway, let's build some. Build something. A little set piece on the side, I think, which is going to be Western themed, obviously. There is some interesting pieces I was looking at yesterday actually on Western theme. Let me find it. I was looking at pieces and like, oh yeah, I'd like to use that. I wonder how I can use that. Yeah, that'd be good to use, although that's more an indoor bar. You could use it as a, I suppose, an outdoor counter. It would normally go on there, which is no good to anyone. That's the point. There's a distinct lack of wagon wheels in here, isn't there? I don't think we have any fans either, which is a shame. Oh. So I want to blend this at the bottom here. So let's give a quick blend. Okay, let's go for a bit of gravel. Right, let's go for a bit of mud here as well. See, the barbershop quartet is actually back in the game, but I don't know whether they're they actually play the classic song. I've never tried putting them all together though, so perhaps we can give that a go and see if they play. Let's go animatronics. Here we go. So I'm curious as to if you put them all together, they play, or will they just do random stuff? Because when Frontier announced these guys had come back, I was like, that'd be so awesome. But only if they sing the famous song from the first one. And I thought, well, it might be a music thing. So we can put it over the top. Is that the same one? Okay. We'll see if they play it. I don't think they will. I think they'll just do their own thing. Which right, let's see what they do.
Hey. Ho.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ah.
You know what, I bet ambient loop, static to da. So yeah.
Oh.
Ho.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
I was hoping they'd be cleverly programmed so they all sync up with each other and actually start singing ba-da-ba-ba-ba, like they did in the first one. But I bet they won't. Yeah, again, I'm going to be disappointed.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
And also looking at the animation times, it doesn't seem to be like there's any version of, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Ah.
Aha.
It's not the same, is it? Let's be honest. Yeah, why would you give us the Barbershop Quartet without give us the Barbershop Quartet? Majorly disappointed with their Frontier. And I looked in the music files and there's not a single song. Like, it isn't here. I looked in ambience, I looked everywhere. It's not here. Which means you could do, I suppose you could do this. But that doesn't hit the same as the original Barbershop Quartet, in my opinion. I mean, some people probably like it, but it's alright. But it's not as good as just give us the Barbershop Quartet from Planet Coaster, please. Don't do these half-hearted efforts, Frontier. Do it properly. Do it properly. I mean, I could have been playing stuff like this, I suppose, couldn't I? And also, where's that real good Western type song, like hillbilly Western song that was in the first game? 'Cause that's not made it over either. Not very Western though, is it really? So let's go back to Western proper and do some design. Oh, and I'm just going to get comfortable. I sit with my back up against something because as I say, I've been on my feet all day and I ache a little bit. Getting old. Everyone's like, you're not that old, and I tell them how old I am at work and they're like, okay, you're old. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that old though. Oh, right, that's better. Scenery theme, Western please. We want a piano. We want people playing the piano. We want pirates. No, we don't. Cowboys. We want pirates. Yeah, we want Western pirates. So I'm gonna add some, I guess, bunting and stuff, but we'll put a piano on here. I think the piano might be too big. Oh no. Oh, look. Floating piano. Because this area, if I'm going to be selling popcorn here and stuff, I kind of want some music. Like a little bit of a vibe. Getting people in there. Sales kind of point of view. I think we'll do it this way. Is there anyone I can sit on the piano? Or is the piano going to have to play by itself? Magic piano. Is it actually? I don't think the piano plays any music, no. So the piano's not going to play any music. The barbershop quartet are definitely not going to play any music. Is there any cowboys sitting? Excuse me, I've got wind. I've come home and rammed a burger down my throat quickly before I started streaming. Because I hadn't eaten all day. I can be forgiven for that, I guess. I hope. Tipping hat. Yeah. Those trousers. There we go. Might add a drink stand around here, I'm thinking, because I don't think there'll be... It's all food that they're adding. Might have been playing every... I don't know, what, every... 6 seconds? Yeah. It's not excessive then, is it? I'm going to add bunting. Boxes for people to sit on. You know, that kind of thing. This is actually Dynamite Crate, but also... The Dynamite Crate looks incredibly like the weapons crates in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just, you know, putting that out there. actually. Oh, I was trying to grab the building. 1040 pieces. It's not, the piece count isn't too high for this building, for considering everything I've got connected to it and that. But it is a lot considering the fact that we can scale things now and we've got a lot more control over our builds and things. And it's still a reasonable piece count. Where's our horse models? Okay, I don't want that there, because that just, yeah. Is that big, as in large? I suppose. I suppose it's not too large, is it? What I should perhaps do, just about to say, is add all this together, but it's picking up stuff all around it. Alrighty. I think we go slightly smaller with this one. There is newer bunting, like American style bunting, that looks a bit better than this, I think, texture wise, but this will do for us. We'll get the desired effect, I think. Oh. What should we go, 75 with this one? I think so. Bringing that back, yeah. Okay. That will do for now. Planters around it, perhaps. Okay. I thought the whole thing was moving for a second there. I was like, oh, that's alright, moving that along, and then I suddenly noticed we were only moving one part of it. There is some, with the parades pack, there's some Viking stuff that looks like bones. It's quite good. Might be able to use it in this context in Western. Okay. Alright, what music do we want? I was to say Western, but we don't have to have Western. You kind of want something with a piano in, really, don't you? See, I want to do a runaway train, and this would be really good for a runaway train. 2 lift hills, classic, you know, going through canyons, everything. Yeah, this would be really good for it. This is good for a roller coaster, obviously, hence spaghetti roller coaster. Hold on. We'll get back to that in a minute. It interferes. Unfortunately. Sorry, I've hardly drank anything as well, and it's really hot, so I'm having to mute and take drinks, hence why I'm pausing. This is probably the best one to have, like in a town, just buying stuff and that. And nice music, come and sit down, have a chill, listen to the music. Or you got this, but this is more if you've got your saloons, I think. So I think we go for this. And this will be playing from El Piano. Oh, okay. I kind of don't want it to be doing that. I want it hidden in the piano. And you can't resize speakers, unfortunately. Yeah, it's kind of sticking through. Ah, you can't resize speakers, but you can resize objects in the game to hide speaker. There we go. Right, now we're looking for some wooden crates. Bit of seating. So at this point, I seem to just be doing Western and steampunk parks. That's not true. We did Roman. We did do the Roman one, didn't we? The Roman and Celts. But yeah, highly limited my skills. I don't know what else I want to put with him. Like, there needs to be more than just this. Put a burger bar next to it and call it high stakes entertainment. So the idea, really, what I want for this park is lots of trees and stuff, kind of like a very, like almost Silver Dollar City vibe in a natural setting. Can you shut up over here, please? Whoever's shouting at me, I bet it's you, isn't it? I'm trying to build seriously over here. Can you stop interrupting? So I'm thinking about doing a drink stand, like out here, perhaps a drink stand along here next to the rocks. Call it snake oil. So we're getting that sort of flavour with it. This side I'm going to keep green. There will be some seating here as well. I think that's kind of important. Just looking for bits. Anyway, enough of that song. I think we should go for animatronics as well. Okay, that's too close. Needs a bit of space between. There we go. I just have a little bit of grassery. Is that such a word? Greenery. I was trying to say greenery and grass at the same time. Or green grass. However you want to say it, really. Whatever your preference is. I like grassery myself. I think that's a perfectly adequate description for putting some scenic grass around your scenes. Yeah, as I say, that I want some nice horse models, please, Frontier. Even if they're cartoon horses. You know, like Planko style. Just want some horses. Preferably animated. At a light trot. but then they would get used in parades all the time. You know, I still don't know how to build parades. I think I mentioned it last time. I'll try and find. What we're going to do is add that in there. Okay, I'm looking for a hook. A hook, please. I'm not a captain. Just a hook. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's what we want. Perfect. So we can put a little lantern on the side of the wagon. I kind of want it to be red with gold. Maroon. Can we do that? Let's have a look. And will it look? Yes, we can. I'm going to say, will it look right? Yes, it will. Maroon, golden, fantastic. What are the other colours? Green? Yeah, green works. Red, green, and golden. Almost sunk I'm a chameleon then, didn't I? You know, bit of George Michael. Boy George, even not George Michael, crying out loud. See, I'm tired, alright? That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. George Michael was irresponsible with chocolate, wasn't he? Careless whispers. That probably only works in the UK, but because we have a chocolate bar called Whisper, but there we go. Yeah, that'd be nice. That, although that hanging at that angle is probably not right because gravity doesn't work like that. So now we've got to try and line you up. Yep, there we go. If anyone is worried that I won't finish this, you might be right. But hopefully I'll finish this theme park. I'm in Eagle Summit at the moment. I mean, it's got my first arcade in. I should really finish it, shouldn't I? By the way, ignore the fact that a Perfect Prize is floating in the middle of nowhere. That is simply because I want to put a name for the arcade. But I can't think of any name for a Western themed arcade complex with New Orleans style architecture. If anyone can think of a good Western arcade type mix, like Western arcade name, I'm all ears. I'm quite happy to listen. Right, we were doing stuff over here. I don't know what. So what I think we should do here is was that, did I line that up on here perfectly? Alright, let's yeah, it's lined up on here. So I want that to be, I was going to call it magic music, but I think I've just come up with another idea. I think I've come up with an idea. I know I've come up with another idea. I think I've come up with another idea. I'm not sure, but I think I might have come up with another idea. Just give me a few minutes to think about. There you go, delightful ditties. I think that kind of works. Right, we probably have to shrink this down a little bit. Yeah, we're going down to 75%. Risky. It may still be too big. It is still too big. Look at this texture. Look. Alright, we'll bring you forward a fraction, back a fraction, and shrink. 60%, that would do. Oh, hang on. Surely that should be a straight. Why it's got that tiny little like bit there, I really don't know. I was going to try and grab ditties, bring it down. Alright. Content pack. There's something I just thought of. That's a wing light strip. Well, that's no good, is it? I was like, why haven't you done the same on the other side? Because I completely forgot about 3D. You won't see the other side. It doesn't need the detail. We do it like real theme parks. It's an illusion. Nothing is real. Strawberry fields are forever. Yeah, that's going to stick out in there. And you guess would be able to see in there. In fact, if you walk up here... Oh, they haven't written on the other side where you couldn't see it perfectly. Can't see it perfectly. But I was also thinking of something else. Oh, look, that's nice, isn't it? Mythology float rose. That's very nice. We could use that. That you probably couldn't use. Just, you know, for obvious reasons. Here we go. Okay, that's a bit bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, even shrunk down, that's still huge. Mahusif. It's not going to work, is it? That's big as well. I want to put this on top, basically. The first wagon with a megaphone. No, no, no. Oh, okay. Stuffed it now in your game. More to the point, I've stuffed it, but... Yeah, that's quite alright. That's probably too high. Want some thin connectors to hold it to the roof, so we probably want something for the coastal range, I would guess. Yeah, here we go. This sort of thing I was looking for. Uh, help. Go to support large. We do not want large. We want go to support small. 4 meters. Yeah, why not? But we want that to be gold, I guess. Yeah. I know I don't sound very sure, but when it comes together, it'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll look good. And then I could declare things like, I love it when a plan comes together. We want relative. Alright. That is... Why is that wonky? Yeah. I'm just saying that was weirdly wonky. It says it's sticking out. I think I'm probably going to need to make it even smaller. I mean, it's something to be seen at guest level. So that is going to need to be clear. Stick to surface. I'm always doing that, selecting my previously selected and just changing it from yes to no to yes. It's not very good for building. I don't know what else to add in that wagon, if that makes any sense. Like next to the guy, obviously. Like he needs a bit more in there next to him. As to what? I haven't quite decided yet. There we go, that kind of protects it. So yeah, probably show time advertising, but yeah, I need more to add because there's like that empty space. It's fine to have some empty space, but I want a bit more on there for the delightful ditties. for this park, I think I kind of want to lean into the Planet Coaster theming and stuff. We'll turn the normal music back on in a minute. Well, I say that. But I'd like some more modern coasters to be able to experiment with them. Raining work is very essential and also very dull. Is it? Oh, it's sticking in. Yeah, I wondered if it might do. So we're going to need to change angle slightly. Bring it across. Yeah, we're fine there, I think. So this side, lots of greenery. So yeah, possibly a burger stand. I don't know. Yeah, burger stand, but I'm kind of thinking popcorn and that sort of thing. Perhaps a burger stand, because it'd be nice to be able to have a burger and sit and watch the coaster fly by. From here, you'll get some views of it. I don't think you'll get that good a view, but it's all right in the distance there. You kind of get a teaser, I suppose. I'm just curious as to what it looks like when here it comes. Yeah, it's coming when it goes across the top there and entering into the... Yeah, you don't see it much of it, do you? But while you're having a burger, perfectly fine to sit and listen to it rumble past and enjoy it. Yeah, perfectly fine. So perhaps we build a burger bar here. Gonna need to add some more greenery and plenty of other stuff. And like I say, got to think of something for here. Even if it's just boxes, who knows what. Let's have a look at props in general. These are very useful, believe it or not. Lampshades and that sort of thing, can add them. I can't think of anything really. So hopefully something. See, these would have been easier to put on the front, wouldn't they? Then I think they've got a kind of different. I was going to say I think they've got a kind of different vibe, but yeah, they have a bit more simple. But we could. Right, it's that straight 2 meters. Bunting straight 4 meters. Yeah. Oh. If only that bunting would stretch from one side to the other. Ah, with the power of resizing, we can do it. Let's have a look. Okay, no. Okay, that's not quite fitting on that side, is it? I think we're going to need to go 1, 3, 4. Is that? I know, spending ages just doing one thing. It's very annoying. I want to add more lighting. still haven't found anything to go in that space on the floor. And nothing's jumping out at me yet. Barrels? Barrels could be a good idea. Now, if in doubt, use a barrel. These are really nice. But very Christmassy. Oh, that's a large one. Completely forgotten what I was looking for now. Barrel, can't speak. Barrels. My voice broke. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, he needs a seat, doesn't he, really? I'll tell you what I do want to use in here somewhere. Let me find it. Animatronics. Yeah, animatronics. If I could find them. No, that's not it. The fact that we can resize animatronics is just huge, really, isn't it? Okay, I can't find them then. I can't find what I'm looking for, which is... There we go. I think I must shoehorn these guys in here somewhere. I don't know whether they sing or not. Well, one way to find out. Yeah, they do. Look, converted from Planet Coaster 1 and they bring their tune over. Barbershop Quartet, updated, no tune. Do we have... Jingle Bells classic. I wonder if... Perform or loop. What's perform? Yeah, so I'm going to shoehorn them in here somewhere. As to where, I don't know. I can't think of any any. Can't think of what a flat ride's put in, because like the normal flat rides I put in, like the ones that would work are big wheels, but there's a huge wheel that might work, but I always put the same rides in, and I want to kind of avoid the same rides and go outside my comfort zone with this, because then it will challenge me to come up with new themes and new ways of designing around it. And yeah. Now tell me something I don't know. The park entrance is out. Outlaw Canyon has finished. Yeah, I know. Right. You don't need to tell me. Right. I am going to have a quick break because, yeah, I just need to get a bit of air. I was going to say I need to stretch my legs, but I don't. I need to rest my legs. But I'm going to put some music on this and let it run for a bit. Only be a few minutes anyway. Just remind me to take that music off there. I'll remember anyway, I think. But yeah, well, guest view or cinematic, you won't get the music. That's the problem. We'll go look forward. Yeah. All right. I won't be too long. Just give me a few minutes to sort a few things out. It won't be long. perfectly timed. Right, we'll take the music off that. I'll turn the music back on in the game. No music, please, because it doesn't really work on Woody's to have onboard audio. I'm thinking, I keep saying how good this view is from here, but what if you could only see that view for a brief moment from the train, and it's lucky if you see a coaster go by? That could be an interesting concept. So I could build a train station here, kind of thing. But also I'm thinking a ride around here. As to what flat ride though, don't ask me, because there's loads, and I kind of want to keep in the theme of, I don't want it to feel too strange or it'll be too tall. It doesn't matter if it's tall, I suppose. I don't want to do things that I've always done. Carousel would be okay. See, this is a fairground ride. This would be no good. We've got the mini, but we want that in a kiddie section. Perhaps we'll build a kiddie section. See that? Could be interesting, as it would fly out over the coaster. I think it would fly out over the coaster. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. Wild Blue as it's called, but I can't remember what the real life version of them is called. Flat rides. Let me have a look and see. If I get into test, let's see if it hits. Yeah, it might be hitting the coaster. Yep. That's a no-go. Yeah, Wild Blue has no entrance, and Wild Blue cannot go there because I mean it could go a little further out. But then it won't fly out over the coaster, which is what I kind of wanted. Unless we build antique powered cars, yeah, they would be nice. I'm thinking I possibly want a, right, there's a, oh, that's a family train, that's a little one, but for the train I definitely want the big powerful train. But yeah, it's all this sort of stuff that really will bring the theme park to the ride, we'll bring the theme park, you know, up to, bring its stats up and things, and also make it unique and interesting for people. See, I'm so tired I can't even speak. So we've got that entrance, and we're going to need to have some way of getting the path, because there's actually a path under there. I mean, you can't see it, but yeah, it's a path running right up into the staff room, so the staff will walk through there and up, so that'll need to be connected somehow, which is why a flat ride going here would make more sense. Full flight. Ah, I know what full flight is, I've used that before recently. Mech roller, that's a big footprint. fireworks, perhaps, with it. See, I'm no good with... That's a really small flat ride. I'll take up that larger footprint. Resurgence, what's that? Ah, that's just a drop tower. We kind of want big thrill rides around here. See, that'd be good if I could come up with some kind of theming to go with it. It's something that's got to fit the footprint as well. The old kick flip. Classic. If we change the colouring and everything else, just trying to think of a way of tying it in with the Western theme. I just want to see how it moves. Let's have a look. Yeah. I've got an idea for this already, or at least one thing I can add on here, and then we'll go from there. So now probably want to change the colouring because pink and blue, I know it has no entrance at the moment. Is that what's currently selected then? No. It won't let me select texture. Alright. Please let me select a texture. That doesn't work. Stars. Stars are about the best for Western, I think. Or a gradient. The gradient isn't that interesting, but thinking of brown, and I'm thinking I know which brown I want to select, so let's come over here. That wasn't the one. No, don't do that, please. So there's a brown I've set up over here, but there we go. Now that orange is kind of working, and heavy mechanism, isn't it? The mechanism's very loud, but probably wants some sort of music. No, we want something a bit more kind of flat ridey, if that makes any sense. This is a brilliant tune, but it wouldn't be appropriate for this. That kind of work. Although it's a bit almost surf-like, but they're crazy rides. If you've ever been on one of them, they're absolutely mental. Is it going back the other way now? Yep. I'm surprised we haven't got the magic carpet ride in this. You know, I think we have actually. Where is it? Not Mecha Roller. Although I would like to do something with either that or where is it? That style of ride. Overpower. That's it. I'd like to do something with that. I think that could work very well if I could think of a Western way of incorporating that. I know I've only stuck some wagon wheels on this for now, but we'll get there with our ideas. Don't worry. Path, right, let's add some path in around it. Oh, I thought it was on the draw tool again for path, and I was like, well, why isn't it selecting that? What's... No, not there. We want it... No. No. I haven't got snap to position on, so why is it jumping over there? Alright, whatever. You do you, game. Should... Yeah, there we go. I kind of want to build a square basically in an area where, and then I'll put the queue cutting into that. If that makes any sense to anyone. It makes perfect sense to me, which is good because I'm building it. So now place entrance at the front. Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me I can't place it there, because I know you're lying. It'll do that, but it won't let me. Go figure, eh? Alright, we'll cut in like that then. Right now, run. Now if we run it directly up there. I can't wait till it, yeah, queue times, we've got them coming. What do you mean paths cannot cross? It's not crossing anywhere. Look. I say you're telling me that's all okay. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that either. Ah, it's alright. I'm going to put my own fencing around the edge there, I think. Wagon paraphernalia, etc. There we go. Fencing. Fencing, fencing, fencing. I could just have it running off that fencing, actually. There's a slight problem here. Can you tell what it is yet? That problem would be... Oh, hang on. $120. Hopefully will be... There's a slight problem on this side. It's not... The fence is further away there. We'll put a bush there or something. Ah. Haha. Slight problem. That would be... So I have to think of some way of making it more... Alright, that's not right. Because percentage is so... Yeah. And I'm going to create some unique rides. I'm going to try and keep percentage down as much as I can, if possible. Is the plan. So, i.e. having a queue with this kind of queue line, I'm not too worried about that. I can make it a bit more interesting and attractive. What is going on here? I see a little problem. Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Why are you not connected up? Alright. I guess we go... Yeah, look. Done it again. Have we done it correctly? Yes, we have this time. So to make that look more wooden rather than, yeah, like that. I'm going to have to use boxes and barrels, I think, just to cover those pieces. Paraphernalia, basically. Yeah, they're nowhere near as good. The Viking ones look much, much better. Little tip for you. Barrel bin. No, I don't want a barrel bin. However, I do want an open barrel planter. There we go. Is that going to line up perfectly? Yes, is the answer. Might have slightly thicker. That's too small, I think. Yeah, a couple more. I kind of want one of these on the other side as well, but I want them to be unique to each side, if that makes any sense. So like, I suppose we'd have this as entrance, wouldn't we? I don't... It's an open cover queue line, but I perhaps will make it covered. Mainly. But I don't want to obscure this too much. I think that's about... Let's get a couple more percentage up. I like these planks. Well, I've used them lots. I love the texture of them and everything. However... Yeah, that's alright. That works. Not what I meant to do. I meant to take it over there and go, oh. Yeah, because if I have a covered queue line now, it'll cover that up and ruin it all, really. So, I say ruin it, it'll hide it. However, you can't expect people to queue out here all the time. No, it should be alright. Depends on the climate, I suppose, doesn't it? So definitely can't have a train run round the back here now, can we? I'll stuff that up completely. I can have a train run round past it here. I'll edit the path when I get to that. Because at the moment I'm just doing things in rough. I will bring those 2 points together and bring all that together. Finish this queue line because it's all very desolate and not looking very interesting at the moment. So it's the kickflip. I think we'll call this Wild Wagons, and I think we'll go with the old wagon theme. Hence the wheels on there. I need a sign saying Wild Wagon as well, aren't I? Someplace at some point, but that shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too hard to put that in. there isn't much I can add to this theme really, the actual ride, because there's not a lot of scope for customization. Because even if I do customize flat rides and things, I kind of like them to still be able to work, so I tend to try and stay clear of like any of the moving mechanisms if possible, and that kind of leaves me with very little scope and space for customization really on this ride. But there you go. And that'd be good to have somewhere. I mean, up until very recently, that was a ride at Disney, wasn't it? Or can you actually see from in seat view? Not a lot. Whoa, okay. Yeah, there's not a lot we can add to it. I might take that away. Add a little wagon scene this side. And just add nature to the other side, I guess. And it would make sense keeping the wagon on this side, because this is the side people are queuing on, so we want to make it more interesting. No, that's not what I was looking for. Alright, got something else to add. At the moment this is too big for the purpose I want it for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for as well. Pressing the wrong button there, that's not very good, is it? I'm wondering why it wasn't working. I'm missing something obvious here. Yeah, user error. Hello Armand, how are you doing? Long time no see. Hope you are well. I just realised I didn't put the audio back on after I turned it off. Well, bring that back in. Good, glad to hear it. I'm a bit tired after today's exploits, but apart from that I'm also doing good. That is going to make no difference having lamps on there though, because oh. Yeah, absolutely no difference. I just thought I could provide some natural, like, cover. It doesn't have to be. Interesting game. Yeah, it's a creative game, basically. Have you not seen me play Planet Coaster before? Or Planet Coaster 2, as this one is now. Well, the same people did old Roller Coaster Tycoon, so... Oh, I started building the layout for the coaster that's in this last week on Sunday. But I didn't manage to stream. I haven't streamed for a few days. Yeah, I haven't streamed for a few days, so I decided to stick it on tonight. Although I'm not going to be streaming much longer, as I say, I'm quite fatigued today, unfortunately. Busy day at work. And all that jazz. I just noticed something. Yeah, it's floating. I just ate some chicken. Was it nice? I had a burger for tea when I got in, but I had to reheat mine because I've been at work too late, unfortunately. One of those days that I expected to finish at a certain time and didn't. But these things happen. Crispy chicken. Can't go wrong with crispy chicken. Okie doke. I'm looking for bushes and I haven't even selected. I just have rocks selected. Well, you're not going to find any bushes in rocks, are you? Looking for something. I'm looking in the wrong place, of course, as usual. This is what I was after. Ah, classic. The best Spider-Man movies, in my opinion. He only did 3 of them, didn't he, unfortunately? Oh, Tobey Maguire. They are so classic, though. Oh, you also think they're the best, yeah. I think I was talking about this with a friend recently. I was saying I didn't feel they needed to update Spider-Man at all. It was perfectly good being captured in the time period it was capturing. A tried and tested formula that was working, really, in my opinion. because whilst you've got lots of new audience members on board, it probably also alienated lots of the older fans, which you don't want to do. You want to keep the old fans and generate new fans. That's, I would think, Disney's overall plan. It just seemed very poor at executing it lately. And saying that, it's Sony Pictures. The only other Spider-Man thing that I'm really excited about at the moment, because I like Spidey and Wolverine and Deadpool, they're my sort of 3 films, Marvel, that I get excited about watching. Yeah, I think Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, those animated movies, they're brilliant. They're really good. Just give me a second. I'm taking my shoes off for the first time today since 8 o'clock this morning. Oh, that feels nice. Be able to stretch my feet. I think Therefore I Am, but that's not what's up for debate. Yeah, it's a bit too big. Bring it in a little bit. There is something I want to add, and I think that's Red Dead Redemption 2. Ooh, we're kind of finished that. I'm doing Red Dead Redemption now, playing that and Assassin's Creed. They're the 2 games I sort of play on the channel mainly. I've got one more video to put together for Red Dead Redemption 2, and that is it basically, unfortunately. If I was going to play it again, it would be starting again completely, which, you know, I kind of enjoy, but I don't know how many legs it's got on the channel, because we've just come off the back of the dishonourable playthrough, which lots of people watched, and I appreciate everyone watching, but as I say, I think it'd do more harm than good for viewers if I went into another playthrough straight away. Although there is certain things I missed in this time, even this time, and while it's fresh in my memory, I could then do the things I want to do, I suppose. In theory. Oh, this is what I want. Well, It depends. If the demand is there for me to do it, I can do it. I'd happily, as I say, I'd happily do it. Right, I think we're gonna add. Just saw the cat Scruffy poke his head round the corner of the door and then look at me and then go back round to the side. He's taken to crying at the door lately, so you may hear him in the background. If you do, you know who it is. Am I going live again tomorrow? Yeah. Probably Assassin's Creed tomorrow night, because I'm playing that at the moment, Valhalla. I'm liking it. What I don't like is their monetization program. You know, if you want to level up quicker, basically, pay for our leveling up system thing. No, I don't agree with that monetization. I think it's predatory and not very user friendly. No worries, I'm on. Nice to see you again. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Do I want that planter there? Or do I want some classic kind of bushes and things? Okay, that's too large, that won't work. I was going to try and add one of those lights. I was going to take one of the lights from over here and add it, but these are more town-based lights and work round here. But over in the sort of countryside area, I don't think they'll work so well. It'll need seating and everything else. Yeah, it's looking a bit nicer now. We'll just do a quick pass and then we'll see how it goes. Where are we? No, we're just leaving the station. Perfect. I want to see what all the new stuff I've added looks like from on Coaster. You can't really see it, which is absolutely fine. You hear it briefly, but you can't see it. That's fine, hearing it. I mean, that's a standalone ride, so, but I may want some ride interaction with some coasters and trains and things later on, but we shall get to that. Yeah, I don't know how big the station will be. Let me have a look at tracked rides. I need to add essentials like bathrooms and everything. Actually, might be an idea to put a little bathroom at the end here, perhaps. Sort of L-shaped one. Going like up there and up there. Across there. Perhaps put the women's on the left hand side and the men's on the right. So the men's is a bit smaller and just have the entrance here or something. I'll work something out. Even though it's a very tight space, I think I could do something with it. So I was looking for something. Yeah, tracked rides. That's what I was looking for, wasn't it? Because I wanted to know how big station is. It's a very long station and it needs room to get in and get out. If we have the station here, see, a lot of the time I don't give myself enough room. If I give lots of room and have a pinch point, like, I mean, I'm not going to build it yet, I just want to get an idea, rough idea. Like, I'd have to have a pinch point there for the path, and it would run round across that and run round here. Another pinch point over here and have it run round here. There'll be lots I can do with it once I get it in there and get it worked out. But yeah, at the moment I'm going to say 2.5 an hour. As I say, I'm a bit tired, but we're getting there. We've got a rough idea. And obviously having a big extravagant building here, like, will tie into that. Then I can add more around here, even if this is like just outside the town. Create some docks perhaps somewhere, some raised areas and such like I did over here. Start creating elevations, make it a bit more interesting to walk around. And a bit more interesting for me to build on as well. But yeah, apologies it was only short. As I say, I'm a bit fatigued after today, but I'll continue working on this, and then hopefully Sunday we'll get back and I'll show you what I've managed to get up to and what we've managed to get done and what it's looking like then. But yeah, ideas are starting to come together. Just going to need to put the essentials in and some food and drink and things, and we'll get there, and it will look. Once this area is sort of done a bit better, then I can start concentrating on doing other things. I know I'd stick with this same theme or try and mix in other themes within the theme. A variation on a theme, if you like, but we'll see. We'll get some ideas. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and all that. Do all that wonderful stuff. It helps me out no end. And I will see you all next time. And I do appreciate it. Take care. Goodbye.